Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have for you today my August favorites, my first monthly favorites video. I took a poll on my beauty group and asked if people liked favorites videos, and most people said yes they do. So here I am. I'm going to start kind of from the beginning to the end, like starting with bath and face and all that kind of stuff, and moving in the order of how I get ready. If there's nothing else about me that you know, it's pretty obvious that I do things in a methodical way, and this isn't going to be any different. So I'm going to start off with body products because I have basically kind of a line of stuff that I have really been loving and I can't seem to get enough, and I have recommended it to everybody, and I think most of my female friends and family I have at least recommended it to, and that is Soap and Glory. The very first thing that I started with was this, Righteous Butter. And I love it because the packaging is so funny. It says, bored, lost that rubbing feeling? Why not try the Righteous Butter? Get it? Anyways, it's a very thick cream. This is my backup. I've already gone through an entire tub, and the fragrance of this, I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. I can't even describe it. All I know is it's good. The fragrance of this is good. That's all you need to know. Trust me. Awesome stuff. Makes your skin feel like silk. It's thick and emollient, but it goes in really quickly. It sinks in really quickly, and you can get dressed almost immediately, and it leaves you smelling so good. And if you happen to be in a climate like mine, which is hot and humid, the humidity just kind of activates the fragrance, and you can smell it all day long, and it's lovely. So trust me, try this. After Righteous Butter, I also tried Heal Genius, and this is obviously a foot cream, but it's for dry and cracked heels, or to prevent dry and cracking heels. And I don't really have that kind of problem as far as cracking and being painful or anything like that. But this is a highly emollient cream. If you put it on your feet at night and put on socks with it, when you wake up in the morning, your feet will be absolutely soft. If you just use it every day like you would any lotion or foot cream, it'll still keep your feet looking very pretty, not dry, very soft, and it's really good stuff. So trust me on this one too. If you have terribly dry feet, I would imagine that this would be a godsend for you. And it smells good. It's not the same fragrance as the Righteous Butter, but it smells good. And then this is a recent undertaking. I just recently started trying this. This is called Hand Food. And obviously this is a hand cream. It has the same fragrance as the Righteous Butter. It's just kind of a thicker, more emollient cream, obviously for dry hands. And as a teacher, I wash my hands 20 times a day, and I also use Germ-X, trying to keep myself from getting sick. And so every time I wash my hands, I put on a hand cream. I'm just trying to combat terribly dry hands, which I can, and I can get cracking on my fingers and different areas of my hands if I don't take care of them. So I do. Next is face products, and these are pretty boring, but I love them. The first thing I do is I cleanse my face with Purity Made Simple. This is by Philosophy, and I've used this for about 2 years, and it takes off all my makeup. I love it. I bought 2 liters of it at the Nordstrom sale because I knew I would be using it forever. Along with the Purity Cleanser, I also use my Foreo Luna. And this is has a vibrating mechanism that is supposed to, I guess, stimulate your face, sonic waves, all that kind of stuff that I know nothing about. All I know is that it gets my face very clean. Whenever I use this, I have a smoothness of my skin that I don't have whenever I don't use it. I love this. I got it on sale at HSN a long time ago, so you can catch these on sale. They're expensive, but you can catch them on sale at HSN in different places. Give it a try. I can't use a Clarisonic because it just absolutely destroys my skin. On the first spin around that I tried it, it made some blood veins come up in my face, like broken blood veins that are still there. And no, I don't think so. So I use that along with the Purity. And once I get finished washing my face, I moisturize. And this is something, this is only my second purchase of this. And this is Confidence in a Cream by IT Cosmetics. It's got a lightly citrus scent. I'm partway through this one. And I really enjoy the fact that you can put it on. It will sink in quickly. It doesn't cause primers or anything like that to pill up on your face. And it just moisturizes your face. It doesn't leave a greasy feeling. It doesn't induce oil production. It's just a really good cream. It's a really excellent face cream. Along with the Confidence in a Cream, I also use the Bye Bye Under Eye Cream. And this is, you know, the same qualities. It's got a light fragrance. It's very light. It's very emollient, but it sinks in quickly and it doesn't cause any problems with makeup application. So now on to the lips. I've just recently purchased this. This is a Milana Lip Scrub, and I really like this. It is a sugar scrub. It has some kind of emollient mixed up into the, I guess, sugar crystals. It smells like cake. It tastes like cake. It's delicious. But if you just take a tiniest little bit and rub it all around on your lips until some of the sugar or most of the sugar dissolves, by the time you're done doing that, your lips are just as soft as silk. And it's really great if you're planning on wearing a liquid lipstick to use prior to that, so that your lips are really smooth and you don't have any dry patches or little bumpies that show up that liquid lipstick would exaggerate. And after that, if I'm not putting on a lippy immediately, I use this Best Blank Lip Scrub by Nicole Guerrero. I put a blank because it has a cuss word in it. Imagine that. But anyways, it is a very thick lip mask. I put this on at night before I go to bed. I put it on before I start makeup because it just preps my lips to look really beautiful when I get around to the lipstick part. One odd face product, I guess. This is something that I just came across and I don't even remember how I learned about it, but it is called Smiles PRID All Natural Drawing Salve. It's called Smiles PRID All Natural Drawing Salve. And what this is for is when you have one of those angry zits that is way deep under the skin and you can feel it, but it's not coming to a head. This is a disgusting conversation, but I'm sorry, this might help somebody. Really hard ball underneath the skin and it won't come through no matter how much you exfoliate or anything like that. What this does, and this smells so bad. Whoo, Lord, I don't even know. Tar? And you can see I've used it a lot. It's very thick and sticky. And I use a Q-tip and I just put it on wherever the blemish is. And I put a Band-Aid over it overnight. It doesn't make it disappear, okay? But it is a drawing salve. And what that means is it's going to draw the impurity out of your skin. So if you got an angry mad zit that just won't come through, this will draw it out and at least dry it out, if not draw it forward. It just depends on your skin and everything. But for me, this is a really cool product and it does work. And if nothing else, it shortens the life of the zit. It also kind of makes the leftover little scar or little mark go away faster. I don't know what's in it, but it's a cool product. So if that's something that would help you out, you should give it a try. All right, now on to the hair products. I didn't pull out many hair products because I use a lot of hair products. So I thought I would just include some or a couple, and then I'll kind of distribute what I use all the time through my other favorites videos as we go forward. One of the first things that I'm going to show you is called Kenra Daily Provision. This is a very light leave-in conditioner spray. It's kind of a detangler. It just kind of puts some moisture, some light oil into your hair. And if you have very fine hair or thin hair like I do, it doesn't weigh it down, but it gives you moisture. So a lot of leave-in conditioners are very emollient and thick, and all they do is weigh down the hair. They make it soft, but they also make it where it won't do anything. And so this is excellent. It just says leave-in conditioner. and it's a spray-in, leave-in, and I love it. I have a new brush, and this thing is giant. It is giant, but it is from Macadamia Professional, and I got it off of Haute Look. And the reason I love it is because very infrequently can you find brushes that have like the rubbery bristles, and as well down in here there are like natural thick hair bristles. And so when you wear your hair like I wear my hair, which is up and in a bun a lot, you need a brush that smooths. And what this does when I'm pulling all my hair up into a bun, I hope it looks smooth and sleek. It just smooths everything down. This detangles, and then the hairs underneath smooth it. And I love it. I can't remember. I think it was like 12 bucks or something like that. But Macadamia Professional goes on Haute Look about once a month, and these have been there every time, and this is an excellent brush. It's also a really good detangling brush when you just want to brush your hair. So that's it for hair. I told you I was going to keep it short on that one. Okay, first of all, I want to tell you about a little random non-beauty favorite, and that is my favorite coffee. You will see me drink it from time to time. I usually have it with me everywhere I go. But I have a Keurig, and I take 2 different pods and I mix them. Folgers Caramel Drizzle. The reason I like this one, it does have a caramel flavor, but it's a really strong, bold coffee. And then the second one is Green Mountain Caramel Vanilla Cream. And this is not as strong as far as coffee flavor, but it has a really good vanilla caramel flavor, creamy flavor. So I use one of each and fill up my cup and mix them together, and it makes my perfect combination. So if you haven't tried either one of these, give them a shot because they're really good tasting coffee. Before I move into actually the face products and all that stuff, I just wanted to show you that my baby, and I'm not going to turn it to you and blind you completely, but my baby has returned. My lighted simple human mirror. I think I've mentioned it. I probably have whined and cried about it in a lot of my videos, but I got this as a birthday present. I bought it, half of it myself. My mom paid for half of it. It is a very expensive mirror. Very expensive mirror, okay? And it's a lighted mirror, and it mimics daylight. And it's censored, so it only comes on whenever you're in front of it. It's rechargeable, so it has no cords. You can move it wherever you want to. And as you can see, there's a little thing right here. That's where magneted 10 times magnification mirror magnets to the back of this, and it also will magnet onto, I don't know what word to use, magnet? It will attach itself magnetically to the mirror. So you have the light, you have the magnification if you need to plug eyebrows, see something close up, it's all there. This is 5 times magnification. Anyways, it's an expensive mirror. Well, once I went to charge it the second time, it's got a little band that's supposed to light up whenever it's connected and charging. Well, the time it worked right the first time, the second time, nothing lit up. It didn't connect with the charger. And so their website said that once they got the mirror, it would be a 72-hour turnaround. Well, all of that turned into 3.5 weeks, almost a month. And so I was getting frustrated at that point, only because my other mirror is about half this size. And I did not realize that for years I was like craning down into a mirror, breaking my neck, just trying to see. And I didn't like the returning to that, the reverting back to my old ways at all. And so anyways, I got spoiled on this mirror is what happened. And I also just couldn't see because I didn't have good lighting. So anyways, it finally came back to me. And when it came back to me, it came back to me without the little 10 times magnification mirror. So not happy about that, but there's already one in the mail to me. So I'm not going to throw a fit. But this is a wonderful mirror, and I never thought that I would endorse a $250 mirror. Yes, that's what I said. And but I did. And it is an excellent mirror, and it is a good investment if you are a makeup enthusiast and you want your face to look the same when you walk out the door into the daylight. If you want it to look good when you walk out there and not like a clown, well, this will give you the best color saturation. I think that's what they call it. Anyways, what you see in the mirror is what you're going to see whenever you go out and look at yourself in the mirror in natural light. Instead of being in like dimly lit areas and putting on way too much and it doesn't look like it, and then you get outside and you look all crazy, and by that time you're on your way to work and it's too late. You know, you just Ronald McDonald yourself to work, and yeah, nobody needs that. So, great mirror. And that makes everything that I do with makeup better. And I'm so happy to have it back. I'll be even happier when I have my other little mirror that goes with it back. But anyway, I'm not going to keep griping about it. I really am really not. All right, primers. I have been using one primer. I've got these in front of me here. Let me grab it. I used several primers, but the one that I used the most was this little bitty sample, and it's Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. And the texture of it reminds me of Professional by Benefit, and that is another one that I use all the time. But I had this little sample, and I'm one of these people that wants to finish something. I'm not going to finish most things because I have a lot of products, but I wanted to finish this, and I almost have, but it is a really good primer, and it does fill in pores, and it has a really nice texture that really makes makeup going over it look really smooth. I'm wearing it now. Do you see any pores? Can you see any? I'm not going to get close enough for you to see any, but anyway. And on top of that, I use primer water by Smashbox as well. I don't know what this does, but what it does is good. When I don't use it, I notice my skin is not as soft. It's not as flawless. I don't know what it does, but it's good. If you haven't tried it, do it. On the 21 Days of Beauty, I know they're going to sell trial sizes of this with the photo finish primer, just the regular silicone one that everybody probably has 14 sample sizes of. But you can do whatever you want with that. But it also comes with the trial size of this. So give it a try while you can get it on sale. And that's how I prime my skin for foundation. It's amazing that I can get through a day, considering how well I can speak some days. But anyways, let's move on to the foundation. All right, foundations. You guys know me and my foundation cocktails. That's the way I have to do things. I cannot find a perfect shade combination, like texture combination or finish combination that works for me. If I find one, I'm going to buy 8,000 of them. I promise you this. But for the time being, I'm mixing these two because they're two shades that are mixed together, work to find a shade for me. And these are both the same thing with new packaging. And it's basically the Covergirl. It used to be Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. And now it is Covergirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. New packaging, same product. So I mix nude beige and warm beige. And then I add a little shot. Those are kind of full coverage satin finish, even maybe a slight glow to it. And then I add a little bit of buff beige, Infallible, L'Oreal Infallible ProMatte, just to bring the shiny part down a little bit. I'm making 0 sense. I add these all together, I mix them all into a cocktail, and whenever I'm done, I have a satin finish that's the right color, that stays on for a long time and covers up all the bad stuff on my face. There you go. Next, concealer. I've been using Correct. I've been using Benefit Erase Paste, and I know they have changed the name of this to Boing. I'm not sure. There's different shades of this now, and Emily Noel said on one of her videos what it is. I want to say it's shade 2, but I'm not positive on that. But anyway, this is a salmon colored concealer, a very emollient salmon colored concealer that I use to conceal the really dark areas right on the inner part of my eyes. I also use Tarte Shape Tape. And this goes on top of the erase paste. So I color correct and then I conceal. Do I even need to talk about this? I don't think I do. Tarte Shape Tape, the best concealer that I have found. And I always want full coverage on my under eye because I have lots of dark circles, like major dark circles. And so I know that when you make videos, people probably get tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. But why would you use something that doesn't work as well as something else just for the sake of showing something else? Why not use the best thing? That's my rationale. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Tarte Shape Tape. These are dirty because I just got through doing this to my face. I use this to put on foundation. I use this to put on foundation. This is the Moda Prismatic Paddle Brush. This comes in a 4-piece set for like 16 bucks at Walmart, but this is one of the best ones. I do have some Artiste brushes, but I like this one better. So I use that to put it all on, to all the foundation, to smooth it all on into the like initial layer. I put foundation on in layers. And then I go in with my beauty blender to put more coverage in some areas and also to smooth everything out and kind of bounce it into the skin. I put on the concealer and the color corrector, and I use my Real Techniques mini blender to blend that in. I also use this with Laura Mercier loose translucent setting powder to set my face, and I use Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder with the mini blender to set my under eye. And when all that's done, I use this beautiful, I don't know where I got, well, I'm dropping it. I don't know where I got it. I don't know what set it came from, but I think it's either a Morphe or a crown brush. It's soft. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. And it just leaves such a pretty finish. I use this just to go over. I use this to blend things out whenever I have everything on. And I love this. I love this brush. I use it a lot, and I can't find another one that I like better. I probably have 5 other makeup brushes or powder brushes, but this one is the one. When it gets to the bronzer, when we get to the bronzer, I ordinarily use butter bronzer. I've been trying Physicians Formula butter bronzer like every single day. I've been trying to use some of my other products because I have lots of other really good products. I always use my multitask brush by Real Techniques. I can't find another one I like better. I just keep going back to this one. So this is my favorite brush for bronzing. I've been using the Cheek PRID by Benefit, and I've been using the Hoola and Hoola Light mixed together for my bronzer. I haven't used many of the, it smells so good in here. It smells like flowers. But anyways, I haven't used many of the other things in here much. So I can't really say that they're a favorite. But I do like the Rockateur. It has a little bit of a sheen. And I used it today just a little bit on my cheeks. But I also used some highlighter too. So it's kind of a mix. And we'll get into these other cheek products now. I've been loving my Beauty and the Beast cheek palette. This is the only thing I got from the Beauty and the Beast collection from Lorac. And I really thought I was going to buy it all. But I ended up only getting this because the other things just didn't appeal to me enough to pay how much they cost. So I had been looking for a beautiful mauvey, rosy mauvey. Oh my gosh, Coffee Break with Danny made me say mauve instead of mauve. I'm an Okie. It's mauvey. Mauvey. Rosy mauvey blushes. And these are three really nice shades. Light moving into more of a mauve, and over here more of a pinky rose. And they're not really looking true to color. And then you've got this beautiful golden highlight. And I have this one and this one and this one on today. And I really, really love this. It's beautiful. So those are my favorites for the cheek area. To put on the highlighter, I have two different brushes that I use. I have a Morphe M438, which is kind of it's just a highlighter brush. I don't know if that's what this is for, but that's what I use it for. I use it to place the highlighter. And then I come in with the Morphe M143 fan brush, and I use that to diffuse everything out. Awesome brushes. I like Morphe brushes. Amongst all the complainers, I love Morphe brushes. I've never had anything but good experiences with them. As far as the blush is concerned, I have probably 5 or 6 of these angled blush brushes that are really soft. This one says Morphe, but it doesn't have a number. Over the last couple of years, I've probably bought 2 or 3 big Morphe sets. And so it could have come from any of those. But most of these are pretty standard. They're nothing spectacular, but that's what I use for my blush. So next and last, the thing that takes forever to talk about because I use 8,000 different things, are the eyes. But before I do that, I'm going to quickly show you my fragrances because I would like to just get them out of the way. When it gets to be summertime, I love to wear perfume, but most of the perfumes that I like for wintertime or when it's cooler are too strong and almost suffocating to me in the summertime. This was a new find. It's Guess Dare. And my friend Becky recommended this to me. She said, you just have to smell it. I know you'll love it. And I do. And I'm getting low, so I'm thinking I'm going to be buying another one. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's nice and clean and fresh, and it's great for the hotter months. The same thing can be said for Ralph by Ralph Lauren. It's just a clean, fresh scent that smells good, and it's just very light and appropriate for summer months. I love it. And third is Versace Bright Crystal for all of those same reasons. These are all very different fragrances, but this is a little bit more floral, I guess. But they're all clean and fresh and are very good light fragrances for summer months. All right, time for the eyes, my favorite part. I always start off with my Tarte eyelash curler. This is my favorite because I love the easy way you can hang on to it. You don't have to stick your finger through those circular handles that my fingers always get stuck in. And I love the shape of it. It fits my eye well, and it's gentle on my lashes. Love that. To prime my eyelids, I have been using, this is a new purchase and discovery, and it is MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I'm sure you've heard that, or Soft Ochre, but I use Painterly because it's kind of a pinkier tone and it matches my skin, or a neutral or a more neutral tone. And it just makes my eyeshadows look so vibrant. I don't know what it does, but I really like it. I set that with my Wet n Wild Creme Brulee. That combination is how I prep my eyelids for the shadows. After I do that, I do eyebrows. And you guys know that I have 3 eyebrow hairs, and they're all going the wrong direction. And so I basically use a angled spoolie brush, Anastasia Brow Wiz, and Too Faced Brow Envy. These are my favorites. I've tried others and have not found any that I like as well. So I do like the NYX Micro Brow, but I bought these at the last Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and I have several of these, and so I want to use these up before I buy any other micro brows. I used Micro Brow by NYX for like 2 years and never tried anything else, but when these went on sale, I wanted to try them, and I do really like them. These are just a hair creamier than the micro brow, so it's a little bit easier on application. But I also need to set it with a powder so that they stay where they're supposed to stay. And as a finishing setting product, I use NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, and that just locks everything in place where they stay where they're supposed to be all day long. Even if somebody touches them, stay where they belong. For eyeshadow palettes, I had to narrow it down. The one that I'm wearing on my eyes right now is Dose of Colors Baked Brown. It's sitting over on my vanity, so I'll go grab it here in a second, but I'll go ahead and talk about the ones that I have here. Like I said, I've been doing some reorganization of my palettes, and so I've been finding some that I haven't used in a really long time. And in that process, I ran across the Lorac Lorac Unzipped, and the Lorac Unzipped Gold. And these are beautiful, and I found a way in a recent tutorial to use them without feeling like there was a mid-tone transition. This kind of looks like a mid-tone, and it did work as a mid-tone, or at least a transition shade, but I had to go in lightly and really sheer it out. That was my excuse for not using them much, because I felt like everything was too dark to start out with, either way light or too dark. And then it felt the same way about this one. And this one took a spill off of my shelf one time whenever, I don't even know, something went wrong with one of my cases, and it just fell forward and a bunch of them fell down. And as I continue to move around with this, little pieces keep breaking off. And so I try to keep it, I guess I need to take a brush and just brush over that area, but it keeps coming, little pieces keep breaking off. So I need to get that cleaned up to where every time I open it, it doesn't look like that. And if you've been to my channel, you know that I love this very, very much. I don't care what the critics say. I don't care if someone else doesn't like it. I love it. I have used it so much. I keep on using it. I have not even begun to scratch the surface. I taped the little card up there so that I could give you the names whenever I'm doing tutorials. But I haven't even begun to scratch the surface of the things that I could, the looks that I can create with this. There are probably half of these that I haven't even touched yet. And that's exciting because there's so much to try and so many different combinations to use. And if this had a matte eyebrow highlight, I would probably never need another palette. But if I have this and creme brulee, I'm probably in business. So if I traveled, I think this is what I would take, but I don't go anywhere most of the time. All right. And the last one I'm going to mention is Baked Browns by Dose of Colors. That's what I have on my eyes today. And I actually did a video filming all my favorites. And there are some that I'm showing you that I didn't use in the tutorial, but everything that I used in the tutorial was an August favorite. So this is one of them, and it's beautiful. I'm wearing it right now. I love it. I have this in the Marvelous Mauves, and I had to make myself get away from the Marvelous Mauves because that's my wheelhouse, and I would use those colors every day if I let myself. So that's it for eyeshadows. The eyeliner that I have been using all month has been NYX Epic Ink Liner. And I used this a long time ago, and for some reason I abandoned it and used my tried and true, which are Kat Von D Trooper and Physicians Formula Eye Booster Pen for, and some Lorac. I have a bunch of different liners that I kind of just go through whatever I feel like that day. But I didn't remember this one being so good. But I saw a video by Thrift Thick, and I think her name is Cassie. But anyways, she reminded me about this, and so I tried it again, and it is really black, and it is really matte, and it really does stay put. And so I actually am very happy that I watched that video and that I've rediscovered this, because this is also $8. And Trooper is $20, and Physicians Formula is like 12 or 13 bucks. So this is a good value on top of that. For mascaras, if I'm not wearing lashes, I always do pretty much the same thing, and that is Rimmel Lash Accelerator on my lower lashes and Benefit Roller Lash on my top lashes. And the reason there's a difference between when I wear lashes and when I don't is because this makes me look like I have some lashes when I don't have very many and they point straight forward instead of up. And this separates them out, makes them really black, and bulks them out, makes it look like I've got some lashes. The other one that I've been trying, and this is a new one that I opened this month, which is Revlon Volume and Length, or Volume Plus Length Magnified. And the reason I like this is because it has a very, the bristles are densely packed, and it has a pointed, tapered end where you can get down into the little bitty lashes and you don't gouge your eye out. And the reason I use this one whenever I am using lashes is because it really bulks out, volumizes. I think this is a lot more on the volume side than the length side, but it volumizes them. And obviously my false lashes are going to take care of the length. And so it volumizes them and makes them very black. And so I use this whenever I'm doing lash prep. Now, speaking of lashes, you guys know that I have been stuck on Christina Demi Wispies, and I don't have a pair in a box to show you because I have them on my eyes, and I went to go look in my lash drawer and there's not any more. I had 6. And yes, I've given some away. I gave some to Becky. I gave some to somebody that, I don't know, somebody at a wedding or at prom, the one, I don't know. I gave them to somebody. Ow, I just hit my table. I gave them to somebody. So I only had 1 pair left and I've been wearing them and I've worn them probably 10 times. So that's a cool thing to show you how hardy they are. But anyways, take a gander. They're beautiful. The band is very thin. They're pretty no nonsense, except when I start bragging about it, because when I brag about it, then they give me all kinds of trouble. So anyways, today they worked out well. I need to order some more. I do have wispies, but I don't have the Demi Wispies, and they're pretty much the same. But I like them because they have like a crisscross pattern, but it's real, very wispy at the ends, and they're very light. If I put them on correctly and well, I don't even know that they're there, and I love that. I don't like to feel like I've got umbrellas over my eyes. To put those on, I use my e.l.f. $1 tweezers to place them. I use my Kiss lash adhesive. All these are my favorites. And to smush them together and make sure the lash band is nice and flush with where it's supposed to be on my lash line, I use my Japanesque lash tool. I like it because it has this curved end and it can go right up next to your lash line and squeeze them together. So that's what I do for the lashes. Now I could give you 15 different lip combinations that are my favorites, so I limited myself to 2. I'll do, well, one of them is high end all the way. The other one is combination. And the first combination that I've been using a lot is Kat Von D Everlasting Lip Liner in Lovecraft and Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Lovecraft. These lip liners are awesome. They are very smooth, very pigmented. I bought one in Lolita. I bought one in red because I wanted a liner that would hold red lipstick in and it wouldn't allow it to bleed out. And I haven't used that one yet for that reason. Because I don't wear red lipstick very often for that reason. But when I do, I want it to stay, and I think that would be helpful. I went back at my birthday time to buy some more colors, but all the other colors were kind of unusual colors. Kind of mauve, some weird teal, like some unusual colors that I can't exactly wear to work in. So I wasn't going to pay 20 bucks for a lip liner that I couldn't use daily. But these two together are beautiful. This is a little bit darker than this, so it's a perfect combination, and I love that. Disclaimer. Kat Von D liquid lipsticks are very drying. And so when I wear that, I bring an emollient lipstick that after my lips feel like they're going to fall off my face, then I put an emollient lipstick over it that is similar in shade, and that works for me. The other combination that I've really been loving I have on right now, and this is the Rimmel Exaggerate Lip Liner, and this is a drugstore. It's like $3 or $4. And then along with that, Dose of Colors Stone. And whenever these go on sale at the 21 Days of Beauty, I am getting some other colors because this is an excellent formula. I love the wand. It has a little scoop that just hugs. Let me put this down. It has a little scoop that hugs your lip so that you really get it placed, and then it has a nice little pointy end that you can use to be more precise with your placement. I love it. It's a moussey texture and it's comfortable texture, but it is very long lasting. And this is called East End Snobs. It matches everything. Like, you can wear it with everything. And I probably go through at least one of these a month. So that is my absolute favorite. I was trying to think if there's anything. Oh, setting spray. Last thing. Whenever I'm doing my foundation, after I've done foundation, eyebrows, bronzer, blush, and highlighter, I like to set my face in between before I do anything else. And I like to use the e.l.f. Mist and Set for that because it's an inexpensive way just to kind of take the powdery down, the powderiness down a notch or two, and just kind of set the foundation part down. And then once I have everything on, I like to use the Urban Decay All Nighter, and I just use that as a lock it in, whatever this is called, setting spray. So those are my favorites for August. That was a lot. I know it was a lot, but I have a lot of favorites and I use a lot of products. I bet you most normal human beings use 1/10 of the products that I use. And it's a miracle I get anywhere on time, considering all the steps. And we didn't even talk about, you know, what I do in the shower. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of insight into what things I really enjoy and what I've been using exclusively this month. Exclusively is not a good word. I have been using these products. Do you hear crickets chirping? I have to get a soundbite of crickets chirping because I have a lot of crickets chirping moments while I'm filming. I have used them not exclusively this month. I've used them for the most part of this month. I have used them. There's a word that will perfectly describe what I'm trying to say. These products have dominated my face. That's not it. That's not it. These are the products that have been my favorites this month. I've used them a lot. They've been used more than the other products that I have because I really like them. And they serve a good purpose for the weather, what I'm doing in my life. Everything that I've used is my favorite because it makes my face look good. It gives me the happy joys. It's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful finish. I just really like them. And I don't just like them this month, but I really liked them this month. And I could probably do this forever and still never explain what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to end it right here. I think you get the gist of it. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do that before you leave. And I will be seeing you guys again soon because I am filming a lot of videos today on this Labor Day weekend while I have the time. And it makes me really happy to have the time to do it. So I will be seeing you guys again soon. Until then, take care and God bless. Bye, guys. It'll probably be condensed as we carry on, and it will probably be it will probably be condensed. And I didn't like that at all. Oh, good God, I forgot to take it off of. So, after trying the Righteous Butter, I also tried Heal Genius. After Righteous Butter.